1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nah! This place is going to be a pain, I can guarantee it. Thankfully, getting around these first ravens isn't too hard once you know how to get by them. And now it's time for the worst one. In Castlevania 3, you're actually required to actually fall off of the crumpling block to actually avoid. 3, 4. Okay, no! Oh, you're kidding. 1, 2, 3. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Spikes. First, we start off with no ammo, joy, and ravens. You want to try a real effective way to get by the Medusa heads, especially if they throw 3 in a row, or if they just run into you like that. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Wait for the bat! You came in the wrong direction, you jerk. Alright, now it's time for probably the worst one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Urgh. Forgot to position myself correctly. Oh god, that was not good. That was not good at all. Now it's time for the first form of Dracula. You want to stay close to him, but not too close. Just close enough so you can actually hit him, but I'm trapped. Yep. That was poor. Oh god. No way to avoid it. Alright, so Alucard, we're gonna try and fly over him, but I'm not sure if I'll make it. Hey, I did. Awesome! No! I wonder. You want to keep your distance from this guy. Distance is just something that you want to make sure you keep from him. I'm trapped. No way to avoid it at all. That's why I got all those hearts. I still crashed into it. Wow. Oh god, I am trapped. There is no possible way for me to get around that. I mean, that firebar comes so fast, I can't avoid it. It just comes so fast. And you want to keep a lot of that from him. Oh, I am done. If I use Alucard, there is no possible way for me to fly over it. But if Dracula starts coming close to me, then I'm just going to... I mean, I think he's going to be doing it now, so... I'm just going to use Alucard so I can fly out of the way before... Did I go too high? Stupid NES shenanigans. How did that happen? What hit me? My best guess is that I probably would have appeared like where the blocks are on the floor, theoretically, so I probably hit the bottom of the firebar. But my hit detection was a bit invisible, so I couldn't really tell. That was odd. Definitely the hardest. And it shows. No way. You guys all seem to know what the third form is like, and I might run out of time almost, and I'm not even halfway done. Yay, but I just missed it. And I have less than 100 seconds left if I want to clear this. It doesn't matter anyway, because I got hit. If this is an outtake in itself, then I might end up having to use the Holy Water just so I can speed this thing up. Yeah. Because I'm kind of low on time. Doesn't matter, because the blood drops got me. Normally when playing this game, that form doesn't take long at all, because I'm using Grant, but here, I'm not using him. Doesn't matter anyway, because I got hit. The really bad thing about the Castlevania 3 fight is that the lasers can actually aim upwards, and they can hit you there. That one almost did, unlike that one, which actually did. If you try and stand, then you won't be able to hit him. Especially, yeah. But it seems to be very predictable where it's going to come out, usually. I don't know how I can predict these, but it doesn't matter because I died. Now for the second form, you want to try and get a bit of a head start with the Holy Water. You don't want to get too close, otherwise you'll run to the blood. I knew that would happen. and the wide hitbox that the lasers can have at times, and again, the gap. Alright. Ah! Are you serious? Because I don't have that much time. Bugger. Oh, if only Castlevania 3 were worse. Darn it! There should be plenty of time to take out the next form. Third form. Except I got hit again. Good. It seems to be completely random where the lasers are going to come out of, too. It's worse in Castlevania 3, though. The North American game. I knew that would happen. Then you can get plenty of time to take out the top 3, but just don't run into the heads. They are the most difficult ones to take out. Especially when I jump right into them. And I just gotta watch out for the lasers and all that. Alright, jump over! No. Okay, just gotta get around everything else. I got about a quarter of his health drained so far. Just got to avoid the lasers. Can I make that jump? No! Darn it. This was beyond any doubt the biggest hurdle in the entire series of this Minimalist Run series, that is. Boy, was it hard. It was worse than the cliffside entrance, believe it or not. I actually counted 41 outtakes. The cliffside entrance had 29. So yeah, that should tell you something about the difficulty analyses. Let's bring up the original ratings when I brought Grant into that fight. And the stage. I gave the stage a 4, and I gave the stage a 2. He makes things so much easier with that last bone pillar in that room, just for the fact that he can continually throw daggers down where the fireballs come out, and thus block them. And he could easily take out that very badly placed bone-throwing skeleton with the help of his axes. Also, in the Dracula battle, he had a big-time advantage against the second and third forms, being that he could throw axes to hit the heads at any given time. And he could just stand on one edge of the screen and just continually throw his axes at the third form. These ratings, they make me almost want to commit suicide once I did the Minimalist Run. I gave the Castle Keep a 10 out of 10, and I knew this was going to happen in advance to at least one of the stages in this series. Using Trevor, there is pretty much absolutely no safe spots within the stage whatsoever, especially when you put a red whipping skeleton in at the end. That bone throwing skeleton, there is a strategy to get through there, and I pulled it off, but I never even knew about the strategy at all, and it takes a bunch of effort to lure all the skeletons, the ones that whip anyway, to one side of the screen, and then you want to have plenty of time to take out the bone throwing skeleton. You just want to keep enough distance from him, that's it. And even if you do get by the Medusa heads, bats, crumpling blocks, bone pillars, spires, whipping skeletons, and the bone throwing skeletons, there's still that bad habit of maybe even falling off of the clock platforms from the clock tower. So yeah, that sucks. And then you get to the god-awful Dracula battle. I doubled it. I gave it a 4 out of 10. Now for the first part of these analyses, I actually more than doubled the score, but here, I just double it. I just had so many outtakes because, of course, I'm just grading the Dracula battle and the stage separately. If I were to give just one rating, it would be simple, 10. But if I just do them separately, like here, I give it a 4. Mainly due to that first form. That's why I had to use Alucard for it. He just makes things he makes things a lot easier to just fly over the top firebar, the bigger firebar. That did waste me a good amount of time there, but it's a strategy. That second form isn't so bad either, and now there's the third, but it's still stuff to watch out for. The second form is probably the easiest by far, because you could just squat in the corner and he won't be able to hit you at all. Though, if you stand, most likely you will get hit. The third form, it's only made tricky by making the sockets of where the lasers come out completely random, and it makes it pretty dangerous. But unlike the North American and European ports, the lasers are not ginormous, and they will never aim up. They will always aim downward toward you rather than up, like if you're going to ride the platforms up. They will not hit you up there, but in the North American and European games they will. So I was very thankful for that. So yeah, these ratings are what I deserve, what I think they deserve to be. Thank God this is done. I never want to do that again. I mean, do the most difficult stage in the entire game, and then do a 3 boss rush. My God. So with that, we are done with the Castlevania 3 Minimalist run, and we are done with Castlevania 3 completely as a whole. This challenge was actually a lot easier than I expected it to be, and it was a lot of fun to go through. The main difficulty points were definitely the cliffside entrance and the castle keep. But other than that, this was actually very fun to do. I really enjoyed it. And it went by a lot faster than I expected it to be. I do indeed plan to perfect run more Castlevania games. Definitely not Simon's Quest, for one thing, because that game sucks. I will try to perfect run all the stages of Super Castlevania IV. Well, probably not all of them, but as many as I can do. I probably won't be perfect running stage B, because it's a boss rush and I might just want to get through it. And Dracula could be a little tricky as well. Maybe I'll do Dracula X if I feel like it. It may depend on how I feel at the time, but right now, it's a maybe. I also intend to do Bloodlines as well, but those are for the future. As of right now, I will just continue to do more game reviews as I should be doing. So, yeah, this is finally over, and honestly, I'm glad for it to be over too, because I hated doing that last stage, but it was fun. And I always have a lot of fun with Akumajo Densetsu, or however you're supposed to pronounce it. That's just the way I pronounce it. I'm sure it's incorrect Japanese, but that's just a more convenient way of me pronouncing it. So up next, we'll just be doing more game reviews, and thank you all very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this series, and I'll see you in my next game review. This is TF32 signing out, and have a great night.